What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how when I stopped listening to mainstream natural bodybuilding advice, my physique transcended. It really went to the next level. I'd first like to apologize for my last video. I know the audio equipment that I used wasn't that great. That's why I have this beast out here with me today. Hopefully, sounds a lot better. I already know it's going to sound a lot better. To start things off, I want to talk about my training background, what inspired me to first start lifting weights. So when I was 13, a movie called Man of Steel came out. Most of you guys have probably heard of it, but Henry Cavill, who played the lead role in that movie, got absolutely jacked. And when I saw that first shirtless scene of him, where he like steals the guy's clothes or whatever, I was just sitting in the theater and I'm like, I want to look like that guy. You know, I was a little skinny twerp, little skinny ass 13-year-old kid. I wanted to look like that guy. That first inspired me to start training, and I started doing bicep curls, you know, what you would expect from a young kid that's like 13, 14, whatever. I would just go in the basement after school, do some bicep curls, do some abs, maybe some bench press. That was all I did, right? I wasn't really on a set bodybuilding program, but I was training doing, bro movements, I guess you can call them. That's what people call them now. It wasn't until when I got to college, when I was 18 years old, I first went on a natural bodybuilding program. Before that, I would always just train. And then once baseball season started, which was spring, April, it started, and it would end around August. That's when my summer season would end. I would train up to April, and then I would take off to focus on baseball. Now, when I got to college, things kind of changed. Wasn't really playing baseball that much. I started training. And the first program I went on was from this book right here. Hopefully that focuses for you guys. Now, this is a book written by Steve Reeves. At least that's what it says. That's what the internet says. And I was doing his full body training 3 days a week. These workouts were very long. What they entailed was working from this part of the body down. So you'd hit shoulders first, then you go to chest, then you go to back, then you do biceps, triceps, arms, and then you would finish off the workout with legs, doing 3 workouts for each muscle group. That means 3 workouts for shoulders, 3 for chest, 3 for back, 3 for bicep, 3 for tricep, and then 3 for legs. And then I'll do some abs after. This got me a decent physique. I do think it was a good introduction for me because I was never on a bodybuilding program before, but I don't think it was sustainable. Obviously it wasn't. It's not what I do anymore, and it's not what got me to where I'm at today. The biggest my arms got on this program was just under 15 inches. When I started, they were about 13. And this is coming from a guy who has pretty good genetics, I would say. The biggest problem that I encountered while doing this program was the length of the workouts and just kind of staying focused in these workouts. It was very hard for me to keep my focus. These workouts were 3 hours long. And in this book, he says it only took him about 90 minutes. I don't think this is entirely true. Maybe he started his career doing this, kind of just blowing through all these movements. But when you're completely natural and you are trying to train for hypertrophy, you're progressively overloading on all the movements as you should be, trying to get stronger and bigger at the same time. You just can't do all these movements in that quick of a time span. It just doesn't work. And if you have tried this before, you will know. This was the biggest problem I ran into, so I decided to ditch this program. Now, again, great introduction, I think, but not sustainable in the slightest. So after I did this for a few years, I went to a 6-day split. A lot of people call it the Arnold split, but really the only thing I had in common with Arnold for this split was I was doing chest and back on the same exact day. So Monday would be chest and back, Tuesday would be arms and shoulders, and then Wednesday would be legs. Then I would repeat this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or I would take off Thursday, then repeat it Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It all depended on how I felt on that Thursday or that Sunday, when my off days would be. Hell, sometimes I would take an off day on Tuesday and then go to arms on Wednesday if my upper body was completely wrecked. And this program did some great things for me. It raised my arms to just under 16 inches, which is pretty big for how lean I was. It was awesome. I was going to failure all the time. And this was when I was going to college, a 4-year university. I was living on campus. Wasn't really eating the best because, I was eating shitty ass cafeteria food. If any of you guys go to college, you know how awful the food is. But I was eating all that, eating a lot of eggs. I would go to the caf and I'd be like, yo, Tyler was the guy's name. I'd be like, cook me 6 eggs. And he'd be like, dude, your cholesterol. I would do this twice a day. Okay. I'm still here. So, but all jokes aside, this was a fun time. I was training the failure every night after baseball practice because I was still playing baseball. And, I probably should have been focusing a little more on my baseball career, but all I cared about was lifting. I was going the failure at like 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. with my roommate. We'd be like the only ones in the gym, just going balls to the wall, working out. It was a blast. It was fun. And again, I grew a lot, right? I'll show some footage here, the little footage I have from those times. Currently, I'm doing pretty much the same exact thing that I was doing then, but right now I'm only hitting legs once a week. So I'm training 5 times a week, and then I do a little 2-mile run on Saturday mornings. My training days are usually Monday through Friday. Sometimes I'll take an off day on Wednesday, maybe, and then I'll train on either Saturday before my run or Sunday. I don't really concern myself with focusing on certain days, like, oh, I got to train Monday through Friday, or, everything goes to waste. That's not how I think anymore. I don't think I have to eat protein within 30 minutes after a workout like I used to think. That's complete bullshit. Everything I do right now is based on feel, and I really think this has gotten me to where I am today. My left arm is at 16 3/4 right now. My right arm is at 16 1/2 just about, and I'm quite lean. I would say I'm around 12% to 13% body fat. I think those are very good numbers for a natural. If I was 20% body fat and I was eating everything in sight, obviously I would be a lot bigger, but I don't really want to look like that right now. I'll wait till the winter to do that for a little dirty bulk action. My split's a little different right now. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm doing chest, shoulders, and back, but the only back workouts that I do in this workout are row movements. I'll do T-bar row, this machine row thing. It's like an isolateral row movement. Really like doing that. Or I'll do some low pulley row with that close grip attachment on the cable machine. And then on my arm days, then I'll do pull-ups. I'll do about 50 to 70 pull-ups, and I'll really try to focus on some good form there. I don't really have any footage of that at the gym because the pull-up bar is in this weird ass area and there's always like 20 people around. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Legs is pretty much the same thing. I'll do a leg sled machine, work on the quads. I'll do a Smith machine hack squat, raise my heels up a little bit. And of course the essentials, I'll do leg extensions, leg curls. Pretty much the same. Can't forget calves. I also do calves. And I also train my neck about twice a week. Yeah, that's all I do really for training right now. Now, in this part of the video, I would like to talk about how me getting rid of this really transcended my physique. So again, when I was doing this, I only got so big and I was really getting tired of the workouts. They were only 3 days a week, but I would really only be doing 2 movements per muscle because doing 3 just took way too long. I had things to do. Much better off what I'm doing right now. I feel great. I get my workouts done about an hour and 15. If I'm filming some content for my Instagram or for this, maybe an hour and a half. They're not 2-hour sessions, 2.5-hour sessions where I lose my pump halfway through. And again, pump's not everything, but that's a topic for a different video. I'll also say that I do not watch any mainstream fitness people. I don't watch, I think the one guy that's really big right now is like Dr. Mike or whatever. I don't really know what his channel's called. I don't watch that guy. I don't watch Greg Doucette. I don't watch Alex Eubank. I don't watch Sam Sulik. You guys can get the point. I don't watch any of these people. I don't watch anyone. And I'm not saying there's not good information out there. There is tremendous information you can find about natural bodybuilding through other natural bodybuilding channels, like Basement Bodybuilding's a growing one right now. I like that guy's stuff. I'll watch one of his videos every once in a while. Alex Leonidas, I've watched him from time to time. They give some good advice, right? That Geoffrey guy, don't really know how to say the rest of his name, gives good advice. What I'm saying is that mainstream fitness advice is killing your gains. That's probably what the title of this video will be, just to get you to click on it. But in all seriousness, it really is. You got to stop listening to what everyone's telling you to do, and you got to start doing what feels right. You got to get back to the basics, and you got to do what's going to build the most muscle. And that's training hard, eating enough food, eating the right food, and getting your rest. No bullshit on this channel. I'm going to give it to you as it is, as it should be. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was kind of a little rant, but I like coming out here and shooting the shit with you guys. Feels good. It's also beautiful out. It's middle of August and it's like 80 degrees out. Usually it's 100 by this time of the year. I'll wrap things up now. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.